him. The title, Not Quite a Logistic but Mistaking Linguistic Journey. It did articulate, I thought you articulated very well the struggles you have with the English language and the vagaries of the English language. And I thought the title linked very well to what you then talked about. At the beginning of this evening, you asked me not to evaluate you against the specific objectives of Speech 3, so I'll touch on them occasionally, but I won't go through all the structural points. Other than to say that the first objectives of Speech 3 is to state your general purpose at the beginning of the speech. And I think you did that really well, because you said you wanted to share your experiences of getting to grips with our language. And obviously you were saying that this is a speech about informing people, and I thought that was really, really good. In terms of, I won't go into the sort of the specific purposes after that, general purpose or the organisation of the speech. But when we look at some of the sincerity and conviction with which you delivered the speech, which is also one of the objectives for this speech, I thought you were very good. And I'm not just saying that because you're psychopathic. Tendencies, honest. You do come across as a very sincere speaker. You're a very honest speaker, and you will use humour very, very well within the content of the speech, both at your own expense and general humour as well. I would say, though, be more positive about yourself. I think you refer to yourself as incapable or a fool, and you're definitely not either of those. You're a really good speaker, and you put together a really good flow of a speech, and I can understand where you're coming from in terms of saying that, because sometimes it's easy to say that, but I think you should give yourself more credit. In terms of confidence, I thought that you were really good. I could hear you at the back, so that was good. Your English is far better than you give yourself credit for. Good use of humour. You know, the thing about have you had a good day, misspoke, psychopathic and serial killers. And also you use language very well and types of words to emphasise how you feel. You talk about feeling suicidal. I think that kind of gets the point across very, very well. So we won't ask you how you feel on a Monday morning, Monday night when we come in. Good use of props, holding up pieces of paper, also very good when you ask people, specific people to comment on it. And I think the humour and the humility gives you a great impact. A couple of things I'd say about doing differently. You do speak quite quickly, so if you're at the back, it's hard to follow. And I think working on the things that Speech 3 is meant to talk about around the structure and about delivering your speech without notes would add so much more. In some way, I think you're in that transition. Once you get that, your speech is going to be brilliant. You're going to own the stage. You're going to be almost a butterfly floating around here. You have huge impact. And I think it's working on those sorts of areas. So next time, you're working on those more fruitful impact, I should say.